Good evening, everyone. Uh-oh. I was trying to take some rest. I am extremely tired. Not exhausted, tired. There's a difference. I keep feeling like something's touching me. Anyway, oh my goodness, boys and girls. Mm, 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 mm. Well, I will be removing myself away from social media a lot, a lot. Uh, I have I've just tried to get out of my bed and do something, but I'm physically unable right now. I am so freaking happy, boys and girls, but I kid you not. I don't know what it is, but it keeps touching my eye. But I'm gonna try not to speak on that because I know she's like, what is touching her eye? There's nothing in there. Okay, well, let's not go there. Anyway, boys and girls, let me tell you something. I cannot go into my apartment because I don't have my rent. I don't have my rent money. But I'm going tomorrow to drop some stuff off. If I can manage to put my bed together, I'm gonna put my bed together. But I actually don't want my bed, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. But I do have to put it together because I did get it. I need some type of like board or something on the bottom. I just can't lay on the mattress without the box spring. So there goes that. So my friend came and he saw my video. He was like, "Did you think he's gonna leave? Something about leaving without saying goodbye." Anyway, it was nice to have my visit. I opened the door and I'm like, "And what are you doing here?" But boys and girls, I have got to tell you how I am so happy. I literally am so blessed because I watched gratitude change my life. I watched gratitude change my life. But gratitude didn't change my life by itself. I had to put myself in a position where I was able to speak in existence what I wanted. And I'm sitting here now. I couldn't even get the rest that I wanted because my phone has rang a few times this evening, and I cannot believe what other people are going through in their own life, just listening and learning what little they are. So I am I am so thankful. I am so freaking thankful. But I had my journal in my hand a few minutes ago, and I just kept saying hallelujah, my journal, because I kid you not, I got real in that journal, and I was talking to that journal as if that everything says God. Hey, yes, you have to know that something, I don't care if it's your doll baby, your favorite cup, I don't care what it is. You just need to know you have faith in something. And I don't care what it is. I just had to focus on the fact that even through the storm, something good is out there. But boys and girls, when I freaking found out that I was able to go in, but I couldn't get my key until I had my rent. And of course, it was a shock to me because I went in every unit without having my rent. I just paid my rent when my check came. So it just reminded me of the fact that I just had a few dollars and I used it for whatever it may be, a frying pan or whatever. If I had just, stayed in here, stayed loyal, not been outside, going in this place and that place, come on, the blame is mine. And I'm not even at fault, but I'm saying to myself, I should have just stayed in here like I said I was because I just didn't know. I just didn't know. And the good thing is, I have gas in my account. Thank you, Beverly, to get me to drop off that first load. And that vehicle is packed. My friend came and asked me to just go downstairs with me just to look at how I packed it to see if we could shift a little bit and get these other two in. So we got those other two in. Now, I'm not sure if my birth certificate and social security card is in that trunk, but I do know I got a lot of the zipper bags in there, and a few of them broke. Pow, 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 pow. A few of them broke, but they're in there. So I will be leaving here about 8 a.m. To get there, and then I will go into my unit and I will just do my prayer. And yes, I'm doing a video for y'all tomorrow, but it's gonna be an empty video. I'm not really too sure. I really want to do one thing and one thing only. I want to be in and I want to be cooking, and then you see my stove. But I believe if I walk in and the spirit hits me to take a video and show you my unit, I will. But then you may not see me for a few weeks going forward, because I really want one thing and one thing only, and that is to get in and just, that's it. Just get in and that's it. You know, I just need, I need a break from all the bells and whistles, around me. So I am so thankful. When I spoke to my mother today, I called my mother quite a few times today. I called her in panic a few times because I'm like, I wish I had my rent money, but I'm still so thankful, because one of the things that I try to do is focus on what I can do, and that's it. And the lady was so nice. Oh my gosh, they gave me the right person in charge of me. You hear me? I was like, I just can't even say some of the things that I went through today, but I'm like, I don't want to be a nuisance. I promise you. I said, but my anxiety is real. I just want to make sure, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And you know what makes it so bad? I started crying because I felt like I wasn't being treated like I was trustworthy after putting forth 12 bank statements to show that my rent was paid, but it also shows what day my check comes, and my bank statement shows that my check hits this day and my bills come out the same day. I do everything I can to pay everything down to the point where I'm at 0.00. So today someone said to me, do you usually have like $10 left out of your check? I said, no, 0.00. Wow, boys and girls. But I kid you not, last night I laid in my bed and I cried and cried because I did not know what my rent was going to be. And I was in this group with the housing, and everybody's upset because they don't know what their rent's going to be. One person's rent was like 600 and something. She's having a fit. One person is like this. But I kid you not, everybody needs to understand one thing. Housing is no longer that 30% that it was before. There are a few more metrics in the game, and it goes from that. So I was figuring that it was going to be the 417 that I paid now, but I was paying 600 and something shortly, like a little before 2025. All of 2025, I was paying between 6 something and 4 something, but none of that was correct. None of it was correct because I didn't have the income for that amount of rent. My worker knew that something was wrong. He just didn't know how to fix it. So I wasn't going to complain. I had a roof over my head. I was safe from the storm. It wasn't raining in here, so I was not going to complain. So only thing I knew is I had to wait all of 2025 until 2026, June, maybe 24th, for them to reevaluate me. Then what happened to me? The apartment popped up. So there was only one thing that was going to happen. Now they had to go back over my numbers to fix what wasn't able to be fixed then. And all I said to myself is that I know freaking well it has to be around this amount, but it's surely not this amount. And it turned around to be under that amount. So, ooh. So when I was laying down and I was sleeping, I fell into a beautiful sleep. I kid you not. I didn't even realize that I conked out. So the way I fell asleep, I could only have fainted because I had no even awareness that I was going out. So that means I was really overwhelmed. But I did get a little tired when I was in the living room starting the show. My head was going somewhere. So I knew to just part ways with the video, but didn't even know. And then something just told me to look at the computer, and I saw a little line, which means somebody messaged me, and then it was the verification letter to tell me how much my rent was. No! So I'm like, oh no, wow! But I was really happy because it is April. So now it was April, then it was May, then it was June. So I was able to get it adjusted. Can you imagine a whole freaking year plus knowing that you shouldn't have been paying the amount that you're paying, leaving you in destitute to where you like desperate for a sale or something like that? I got to the point where I realized a few days ago that I really and truly just want to rest. I want to give my body what my body is asking for, and that is rest. But now I'm saying to myself, wow, all I had to do was just stay in this house, not go anywhere, not buy milk, not buy, because when I went to the supermarket, I went to the supermarket and I put a $20 bill at the register. Why? Because for some reason I did not want to use my EBT card. I just didn't feel like using it, so I just left that there and I just pulled out my $20 bill and I paid for my food. And then turned around, I went to the store again and I'm like, I don't want to use that card, and I paid my cash at the register, and I'm sitting there like, damn, should I really have hurt myself like that? And then I'm like, no, I did what I chose to do because I felt like it, and that's it. So that's it. I don't owe myself a beat down. I don't have to beat myself up because I did something I wanted to do. Now today I was supposed to find another mover to get an estimate so I could possibly have Department of Social Services pay for a moving truck and stuff. I don't want to walk into the building. So there goes that, Then I'm like, well, you should let them know I don't have to do a damn thing. I'm going to figure it out on my own. I don't want to go in the building. I don't like going in that building. I haven't been in there in years. That's why I make sure I pay my light bill so I don't go in there and say I can't pay my lights. No, I'm not going in there. That building makes me feel like, I can't even tell you how it makes me feel, but I don't want to go in there at all. At all. No. Mm-mm. So there goes that. So I only wish I had my rent money because I want to just get everything out of here. But you know what happened? I got 2 calls today from the housing office for inspection, and I'm like, what are they calling me for? It's already inspected and everything's done. Then I get a phone call finding out if they came to inspect this unit. So I'm like, excuse me? So guess what? They're trying to inspect this unit, this monstrosity. So I said, they trying to inspect this unit while I'm in here packed up, look like I didn't clean up in years. They wouldn't inspect now? What for? I can't do anything while it's in here. So then, of course, I started to get a little bit under the weather, and I started to cry, and I had to, end the call, and then I got a call back, and I'm like, I just want to make sure that my tone is right on this call. I don't want to be talking at, I want to be talking to, and they, she was very understanding. I said, because I have very bad anxiety, and I don't need that to be exposed right now. You will see it at some point, but we don't need you to see it before I get my key. No, we don't need you to say, oh, no. But I am so freaking happy. But I'm gonna tell you, boys and girls, you have to know to stay loyal. I am so thankful. I sat down on my cell phone and I looked at some of the contacts I've had over the last few weeks, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, and I'm like, And when my friend was walking through here, he was like, and he was trying to help you do this, and I was like, well, I'm doing most of it on my own. My neighbor downstairs, but she's disabled too, so you really can't. And then I have another friend who offers some help, but she can't lift anything, so I'm trying to just eliminate that access altogether because I don't even want the possibility of having extra anything where it's not able to move and stuff. So it's like putting your air conditioner on. You have 10 people in the room and they're all sucking up the air conditioner, but 3 of them are doing something that's productive, So I don't know how to explain it, but there goes that. So I'm not going to outsource that, but I was like, so and I'm not laying on my back for help. I'm not doing it. So I was offered, if I was interested, I could have laid on my back and got all of this done, but I'm not doing it. I am so thankful. I am so thankful. I owe myself a smack on the back for being, just consistent. But tonight I wanted to message someone to come in here and take some of the canned food out of here. So I was going to message someone today and say I'm leaving in the morning. Uh, just come in here, open up this cabinet, whatever you want, just take it out, because I don't want to actually take that stuff with me. I don't have any money to be riding around dropping food nowhere, so it's not going to be that type of party. I don't even want someone to say, well, drop it at the shelter. I know where the damn shelter is, but where's the gas coming for me to drive there back and forth? I don't have it, so I'm not looking for that. If push come to shove and I have to leave it in there, it's gonna stay right in there, but it's not coming with me. I cannot eat sweet peas. I cannot eat corn. I cannot eat garlic. I cannot eat onion. I cannot eat a whole lot of things. So guess what? That means majority of what I have here is not going with me. So it is what it is. Today I made some potatoes and some ground chicken that was in a can, and I ate that. But I didn't feel like I was eating because my love wasn't in that food. With all the love I throw in the pot. So now I'm feeling like, okay, I don't even want to cook no more. So my friend came and I mentioned the gyro, and he went to get the gyro, but I think he forgot that I mentioned I can't eat onions. But as I was biting into it, I thought it was no onions in it, but there was a whole big onion in there. But it was already in my mouth. It was already chewed, so there was no reason for me to spit it out, even though I think I did spit it out, but I had already swallowed, so there was that. Maybe a good 10 minutes after I ate it, I started to feel the residual effects of having the onion. So I do have to stay awake for a little while because I'm not going to be well for a couple of hours. But I'm still thankful that I enjoyed the meal, and I'm thankful that he even bestowed the kindness of feeding me. So he was like, I'm going to go across the street and bite. No, I'm eating this. And that's it. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not going to have somebody go in a back that, for one, I didn't even know I was getting it. So then it turned around and, no, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. So I ate it, and it was the first time I had a chicken gyro. So I'm glad I liked that too. But I don't know if I can cook chicken breast. I've tried it a few times, but I think I should just try again and, just get a pack of chicken breasts. But I'm trying to remember what those words are to let you know if you have like that type of grown meat where it's not real. I don't really know don't remember what that is right now. And for some reason, when I'm in Lidl, however you pronounce it, that meat doesn't look safe. I kid you not. I don't see people over there grabbing up that meat like I see them doing it in Aldi. But even Aldi, I don't like to take that meat that's right there. I don't know why. I've had a better experience with the meat that comes in a log, but I hear that it has too much fat on it or something like that. But I still have had a better outcome internally from that than I had from the meat that's sitting outside, where the meat is. And that's where the crowd is. So I just allowed them to go get theirs, and I'll go in there and open the cabinet, just take out a few. But I am thankful because I will not be eating beef another day in my life. I kept on saying, I don't know why, every time no. No, but I am excited, boys and girls. I'm excited to just walk into my apartment tomorrow. But guess what? How am I going to feel leaving there knowing that I have to wait a couple more days before I can actually get a money order to hand her? I'm like, but it still doesn't matter. The kindness is being allowed by letting me in. So I really, 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 really have to go in again and look around and see how small that room is and stuff. But at this point, I feel like throwing away all my crafty supplies. I kid you not. I feel like just throwing it away and making myself a little bedroom and just relax and just love up on myself, boys and girls. I am telling you, I feel something so sweet going on. But I kid you not, about 2 weeks into that apartment, I'd be going crazy without craft supplies. Woo! God provides. But I kid you not, it is time to stop, look, and listen, honey. Amen. I kid you not. I said, And the wonderful thing about me is I don't have to convince a living soul to believe anything I have to say. You just have to do your own thing. Your own thing. But I sit here and like today, I saw this little old lady. Let me see if I can find her. I plugged my computer in. I watched her video, and I'm not sure. Let me see. The reason why I'm looking is because I'm going to read her username. She showed her home today, and I really liked her apartment. She got like 3 china closets and about 50. I'm exaggerating, right? Okay. Bookshelves and her exercise machine is in the kitchen, and I'm loving this lady. You know why? Because she's living her best life. She's living her best life. I'm loving her. I really love her son. Really love her son. He is so sweet to her. And then when they showed their home, they live on the same like land, and his unit is right there. And she said, all she has to do is text him help, and he's right there. It's like, oh my goodness, I just love those two. He is such a sweetheart. When I first saw the first video, and what caught my attention was when she was talking, how he was just looking right there, and he was looking interested. You can look at someone's face, and a Libra can. I don't know about anybody else. And you can read, the whole, and he was really interested and very whatever in everything that she said. It's like every word she was saying, he was just listening to her with love. So one thing I got from that is that he's going to love his mother while he has her. So I'm so thankful, because there was a time that I was going through so much that I never wanted to even see any of my family members anymore. And my brother came here today. I didn't even know it was him at the door. I was on my way downstairs, and I just buzzed the bell, and then, what are you doing here? And next thing you know, he coming in here lifting up stuff and helping me, and I'm like, so I'm so thankful. But I had to really get to a point to feel what I was feeling, and when I felt that someone was regretting something, I thought it was regretting me. I thought my mother was regretting me walking through her door one day. But I felt the regret. So that's what I was hanging on to. And I was like, I'm never going there again. I'm not wanted, instead of just saying it, And I felt that way. So although my mother does not know what I'm saying to you now, I found out what the regret was. And it wasn't directly me. It was something else that, I hope she doesn't find out, but it was something that she couldn't control. So she doesn't know I know, and hopefully she doesn't see this video. But I told my mother yesterday, I said, I had so much fun with you. And she said, you did? Yeah, I did. So this evening she said, do you want me to go with you to your apartment tomorrow? Yeah, you are going with me. And she said, do you know what time? You have something to do. You have to do your thing. No, but it's not till 1 o'clock. So I said, well, okay, I'm leaving here at 8. So, and one thing my mother knows about me, I am punctual. Yes. But somehow someone took the cell phone holder out of my freaking car, took it down, threw it in the back. I don't know where it is, honey. But I looked behind, under, everywhere, and I can't find it. So I said, you know what? There goes that. And I don't have a way to get one for right now. But what I did do is put my handheld cell phone holder in my purse. I said, this is for my friends on YouTube tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to do it in there. But the lady said to me when I went before, she said, you can do a video. And I'm like, why would I do a video? And then I did the video, and guess what? It wasn't on my phone when I got home. So I can't actually upload it while I'm there. I have to come home and upload it here. So I tried to call Verizon and have them hook me up sooner than the scheduled date that they're coming, which is on the 1st, because I will be in my apartment before the 1st. So I said I couldn't get to them today, but I was really dragging out that bed, boys and girls. But I feel my nose is gonna start bleeding again, and I'm not sure if my IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, is linking to my nose bleeding. But my nose has been bleeding when my internal is feeling a certain type of way. But with the beginning stage, did I do that with camera? My God. Let me fix my nose. Let me stop. My nose is feeling a certain type of way, so there goes that. But oh my gosh, boys and girls, I am so happy! Woo! I cannot wait to unwrap these bags and find my damn wire to my clipper. Now, I did see my clipper in one of the bags. I'm not sure if it's in the car, but if it's not and it's in here, I'm taking a clipper to drop it in my purse so that when I find the wire, boys, when I tell you there's an afro under here, afro. I wanted to put on my sundress today. I couldn't. I'm like, I can't do that. Do that. Like, they be like, ooh, that lady don't know how to take care of her body. Oh my goodness, I am so freaking happy. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. But I kid you not, I really and truly wish I didn't go to the store a couple days ago. I really wish I didn't. But my mother wants to buy the frying pan that I have. I seen 2 people on YouTube use that same frying pan, but my food has been sticking to that pan, so I don't know. But I want to go. I want to get this oat milk before I get my coffee maker to see if I can enjoy a cup of coffee. But I kid you not, I really want a cup of coffee. I feel like just I can't even make a cup here because I don't have any milk, I don't have any creamer, I don't have anything. But I really want a cup of coffee. I feel like I don't know. I don't even know the word I want to use, but whatever. But I am gonna say this. Please, whatever you're going through, have faith. Please do not try to get money doing all kinds of things. I kid you not. I am not being perfect because I'm not perfect. But all money is not good money, boys and girls. Please be mindful of what you're looking for and what you're asking for and how you're getting it, because you don't want all money. I keep trying to tell people, some people say to me that, I'm crazy. For years, say I'm crazy because I could have really lived a so different type of life. Even right now, I have the opportunity to walk into something someone else built. But I won't do it. I won't do it. And the beautiful thing is, I was really honest. I said I will never. There's no ifs, ands, or maybes. I texted them, I was like, I will never, and that's that. So that gives the direction to know if I am or not even a possibility, because there is no chance of me ever walking into someone else's built empire, and I would never do it. So I was able to tell them, and we had such nice chatting it up and stuff like that, but I made it point blank, period, clear, because I'm not leaving anyone on. And I don't know what's going to happen when I move into my apartment, but one of the blessings of that building is you have no access to me unless I walk down them stairs, get to that damn door, and let you in. Because guess what? When I go inside, my cell phone is off. Is off, absolutely. If I have guests in my home, there's going to be a sign somewhere by my front door, because I'm already working on my little cute design, and I'm going to let you know your cell phone is not welcome here. I don't want your phone on in my home. If you feel like you can't, somebody's relying on you, then you go outside where they relying on you, because all this up in here, no honey, I have to be mindful. I am so thankful. My mom was cracking up on the phone. She was like 7 o'clock. I don't want you in my house at 7 o'clock. What you here for? 7 o'clock. Not laying in that bed there. So what are you doing here? I might want to take off my clothes and get comfortable. Comfortable. Yep. 7. Yep. I cannot believe that I on this site with this house and people are trying to ask him my boyfriend, 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 boing, 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 boing. Are you crazy? Like, I'm not me. I've gotten to the point where, child, I don't even want my batteries hooked up no more. I'm like, honey, I want God to be laying next to me. Ooh, there is no security in this world to pray. Nope. This morning, when I took my shower, I felt so good, but I was kind of distracted watching someone else's video. And I said to myself, I may do that tomorrow. I may put on someone else's YouTube and just put the thing in the bathroom and just listen to it while I'm in the shower, because I really did find enjoyment in that. But I kid you not, I feel so good. And I feel good about my YouTube channel now. At one time, I didn't feel safe on this channel. I was feeling something, boys and girls, but something paid the piper. Bow! So I'm like, So now I'm like, And I was so thankful for that garage for me to just go downstairs but I did get tired. I got tired one time and I was leaning like I almost was gonna fall out. So I said, you know what? This is my last run, and then I'll take a nap. Now I did take a nap, maybe I don't know how long, and I am up now, but I can't fit anything else in. Everything's in the back, and my friend left enough space for me to put my bed in. But okay, now I got it. I think my friend saw something fly in here. I saw it too. So but I can't lift my bed up. The bed is too heavy to get up in it. I can't put that in that car. So it is what it is. But let me see who my brother is. And my brother was here today, and boy, I don't know how that man will come around that back like that. Ooh, I mean, you should. And he doesn't cry. I'm like, and lifting up, I'm like, boy. When I kid you not, when he lay down his mattress, I don't know how he get back up, because that back, I don't know how y'all do it. My caseworker called today. I was so happy to have voice. I couldn't believe she was calling me, because I didn't think she was going to call me, because she's changed. I'm going to get another caseworker. So when she called me, I was like, oh my goodness. I told her how happy I was to have voice. So we was working on a few things, going forward. So I don't know. I'm just going to, I feel like I found $5 in my bag. And I kid you not, I feel like going to the casino, playing that $5 and say, I want to win, and win my rent money so I can go in my apartment tomorrow and go to sleep. But no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. And I'm so happy, because a few days ago, I just wanted to get out. And I said, I should just go there for like 20 minutes, but I'm okay. I really feel, I felt a little bad because of that ear thing I paid. I think I gave him $41, and that was a decent piece of change I could have put to, my rent. But I still feel he needed it more than me. So it is what it is. So I'm thankful. But boys and girls, I don't know when I'm gonna eat. I can't eat chicken all the time like that. And I don't feel like my food is. I ate. I'm not gonna complain. I was nourished. I ate. Belly was full. But I just don't feel like I'm eating, because I needed to add in my special touches. I don't know if I can eat peppers or not, but I am gonna check if I can eat green peppers. Not the green one, but the yellow one. I need to know, does anyone think they taste different? Because I'm only able to eat the yellow one raw. I will cut the yellow one and eat it like an apple. You know what I mean? Just slices. But I can't eat the green one. I don't even want to cook with the green one. Does anyone notice that? I don't know if it's just me in Weirdo Land, but I've been paying rent in Weirdo Land for a while now. So, ow. But I have a pepper in my refrigerator, and I was thinking to try to eat that. But I don't think I can. And I couldn't find it. Oh, okay. I was wondering where the lady's video was, but I have to go here and there. And It's different on the computer. Mm. Mm. I want to find her so you can watch her, but I don't know where. I don't know how to find it. All I'm getting is I'm going back and forth. YouTube Studio. At some point, it's supposed to be the word history somewhere. Mm, 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 mm. I have 38,000 something watch time hours, 335.4 watch hours in the last 28 days. I am so blessed. Impressions 13.5%. I don't know how I ended up on this. I'm definitely not looking for this. I would like to find history, but history on the computer is different from on the phone. Your channel, YouTube. Okay, I got a lot of people's videos now. I don't understand this White House. I'm not even gonna watch that. I would like to. Let me click not interested and take it off my screen. Not interested. There you go. Because I don't see how he got in there. I don't see how he got in there. I don't like when I'm watching, when I'm looking for a video to watch, and all I spot is AI on the front screen. That I don't. It doesn't make me want to click the video. And now with so much of, of what's going on, I'm trying my best to get off of Facebook. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna start slow and steady, but I am getting off. I'm getting off. I have to get off. And the good thing is, I'm not really on Facebook that often. Sometimes I wake up like sometimes midnight, stuff like that, and I try to do some of my chores, do my little Tai Chi and stuff, and I'll sit down and I find myself, going into my friends and stuff. But you know what? I don't. I hope and pray when I start doing my crafting, I don't go back to Facebook, because if I can do my crafting, rely on my online store, do occasional YouTube, and stay off of Facebook, then I can wean off of YouTube. Because if I can't eat the way I want to eat, then there's no reason for me to be cooking. And if my channel is basically frugal cooking, I can't really cook what I can't eat. So I don't really know what the hell to do when it comes to cooking. And then on top of that, I can't be like um, speaking of certain things when I'm dealing with certain things. So I have to be mindful and protect myself. So there goes that. So I don't know, but anything you do, make sure you owe yourself loyalty. So don't be taking all those little shortcuts trying to get where you need to go. Because I'm not saying don't try to earn. And let me tell you something, boys and girls, that I learned with being on Section 8. It is beautiful when you're still working to make sure you can bring in your own income, help pay your rent. It makes you feel so good. I don't know what it is, but all I wanted to do was be a productive part of society. That's it. And now I'm sitting here looking at how I've been passing out, how my fingers were all messed up, how my head was discombobulated, because at one point I couldn't tell whether I was coming or going. That's how far off going my head was. And now I'm sitting down saying to myself, okay, my very first appointment at the doctor's office is the dentist. I need to get in the chair, just open up and say, do the magic, because your girl's not feeling too good. Now I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm feeling this way. And like today when I was in here, I was feeling my tooth and I'm shaking my tooth. And then I'm like, I have to go through some things. I'm not going to be on YouTube with two of my biggest teeth in my mouth missing. I'm not doing that. When I had to wait for my teeth to be fixed before, my face wasn't on YouTube. I was moving my hands and then doing my cooking and stuff. But I still feel like I can be at the stove, but what am I supposed to do with the food when I'm finished cooking it? Now, if you could help me with that I can logically put on this camera. You understand? So there goes that. Now, I could say to myself, hello there.
Yo, what's up?
Nothing. How are you?
Fine, get ready to get in the shower.
That was my neighbor. And I'm not sure, but I think I saw the new landlord of this building today because there was a man doing on the ladder right here by the door, and I was walking through. He said, "Do you need to get by?" And I'm looking up at him and said, "No." And I walked inside my door. But she said that the new landlord was downstairs, and somebody was trying to come in the building behind somebody else, and about 4 different times he had to stop the person and say, "Do you live here?" And the person acted like they didn't understand him. And he said, "You need to leave out the building and ring the bell for the person who you're going to see." And the person would try to get in behind somebody else, but eventually they didn't get in because she said, "You have to ring the bell for the person you're going to see." So now she's feeling like, oh, he's going to be a nice landlord. I said, that's why you need to stop speaking the way you speak and, give people a chance. I said, because from what I see already, if I didn't put in and get approved to move, I would have not most likely left this building. I said, honey, that man's about to change it up in here. It's going to be good. But already, if you're not paying your rent and you have a parking space, you're out of there. So bow for those people that's not paying your rent because your parking space is gone. And if you know like I know, you want that parking space out there. It's hard out there to get parking. This street right here, nope. So now she's feeling a little better. Now she's staying, and she said that they told her today that they're going to get her a parking space. So I said to her, well, let's go downstairs so we can see which one is coming available. And if you like it, just put a little note in the little box and say, if you can, But I said, stop speaking like that. I said, don't you pray? Aren't you faithful? What are you doing? Stop. And she said, I'm just sad again. No, stop. Good grief. That's why I'm going to get in the shell and stay by myself. How can you ask for this, and you making 50,000 excuses why you can't get it? Just ask and see. If it's a yes, it's a yes. If it's a no, it's a no. And just be grateful either way. That's it. But Jesus. Lord have mercy. Where is this little lady? Okay, do I see history? I don't see history at all. Boys and girls, I just ate a pickle. I'm gonna have to get that pickle from Aldi. I don't even care if it's $5 on a jar. I'm gonna have to buy it, but I hope a pickle is something that I can eat because I may have to live on the pickles. Mary, I hope you're watching this video because you might. I don't know what it is. I need to go get a check. It's usually right here, but that one was right. It was right there. It's I believe it's the IBS, but I just got a pain like right up in here. But usually it's right here, and but don't worry. You can see I'm okay, right? There you go. So I don't see the lady, but I'm going to end my video now. My neighbor needed something to eat, and I took out a sausage. I can't eat the sausage, so I took out a sausage. I said, let me see if it thaws out within like 20 minutes, and I could throw it in the air fryer for you. I said, but other than that, it's 10:34, and this girl needs to lay down. So I'm gonna try to stay out of bed for 20 minutes, maybe gather up my laundry for today, and that's it. But I'm tired. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.